Good morning, everybody. So it's Monday today, start of a new week. I don't even know how many weeks now we've been in lockdown, but I think, like me, we're all hoping, and I'm sure you will be too, that this Thursday there's going to be some relaxation of some of the rules, although I know a lot of us are a bit wary about that. But those of us who are well into keeping 2 metres apart from everybody and washing our hands constantly, so much so that our hands are all sore and raw from all the hot water and soap and antibacterial things that we're using, are a bit wary about going anywhere, but at least it might get some people back working again and things a wee bit more back to more near normal, if there's ever going to be such a thing again. So not much happening at the weekend. Weather a wee bit better than we thought, I think. Weather a wee bit better than we thought, I think. Very warm yesterday, very cold the day before. Just a typical Scottish weekend. All weathers, all temperatures within a couple of days. I think today's to be not too bad. Not sure about the rest of the week. It just changes so much. Spoke to a couple of people over the weekend. Everybody seems to be doing well. Everybody from the church is missing. Everybody else missing all the tea and missing all the fellowship. I think, unfortunately, we've had a document from Church of Scotland, and I think one of the things that's not going to happen for a long time is any tea. So we'll just need to wait and see what happens with that. I hope everybody's keeping busy. I think that's really the clue to getting the time passed quickly, is to keep busy and keep yourself active physically and mentally. So I hope everybody's managing to do that. Been reading last week the story of Joseph, and I'm going to keep on doing today and maybe a couple of days some of the story of Joseph, because I think it's a great story from the Bible. So I've missed out a couple of chapters, I think, and you can have a wee read yourself. So today I'm going to read Genesis chapter 43. And this is Joseph's brothers return to Egypt with Benjamin. So if you remember, the famine has started and the family have come to ask for food from Egypt, and they don't know that it's Joseph who has served them. So Joseph's brothers return to Egypt with Benjamin, because he's asked if they come back, if they'll bring Benjamin with them. So the famine in Canaan got worse. And when the family of Jacob had eaten all the grain which had been brought from Egypt, Jacob said to his sons, "Go back and buy a little food for us." Judah said to him, "The man sternly warned us that we would not be admitted to his presence unless we had our brother with us. If you are willing to send our brother with us, we will go and buy food for you. If you are not willing, we will not go, because the man told us we would not be admitted to his presence unless our brother was with us." Jacob said, "Why did you cause me so much trouble by telling the man that you had another brother?" They answered, "The man kept asking about us and our family. Is your father still living? Do you have another brother?" We had to answer his questions. How could we know that he would tell us to bring our brother with us? Judah said to his father, "Send the boy with me, and we will leave at once. Then none of us will starve to death. I will pledge my own life, and you can hold me responsible for him. If I do not bring him back to you safe and sound, I will always bear the blame. If we had not waited so long, we could have been there and back twice by now." Their father said to them, "If that is how it has to be, then take the best products of the land in your packs as a present for the governor. A little resin, a little honey, spices, pistachio nuts and almonds. Take with you also twice as much money, because you must take back the money that was returned in the top of your sacks. Maybe it was a mistake. Take your brother and return at once. May Almighty God cause the man to have pity on you, so that he will give Benjamin and your other brother back to you. As for me, if I must lose my children, I must lose them." So the brothers took the gifts and twice as much money and set out for Egypt with Benjamin. There they presented themselves to Joseph. When Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to the servant in charge of the house, "Take these men to my house. They are going to eat with me at noon, so kill an animal and prepare it." The servant did as he was commanded and took the brothers to Joseph's house. As they were being brought to the house, they were afraid and thought, "We are being brought here because of the money that was returned in our sacks the first time. They will suddenly attack us, take our donkeys and make us his slaves." So at the door of the house they said to the servant in charge, "If you please, sir, we came here once before to buy food. When we set up camp on the way home, we opened our sacks and each man found his money in the top of his sack, every bit of it. We have brought it back to you. We have also brought some money with us to buy more food. We do not know who put the money back in our sacks." The servant said, "Don't worry, don't be afraid. Your God, the God of your father, must have put the money in your sacks for you. I received your payment." Then he brought Simeon to him. The servant took the brothers into the house. He gave them water so that they could wash their feet, and he fed their donkeys. They got their gifts ready to present to Joseph when he arrived at noon, because they had been told... because they had been told that they were ready to eat with him. When Joseph got home, they took the gifts into the house to him and bowed down to the ground before him. He asked about their health and then said, "You told me about your old father. How is he? Is he still alive?" They answered, "Your humble servant, our father, is still alive and well," and they knelt and bowed down before him. When Joseph saw his brother Benjamin, he said, "So this is your youngest brother, the one you told me about. God bless you, my son." Then Joseph left suddenly because his heart was full of tender feelings for his brother. He was about to break down, so he went to his room and cried. Amen. And you can read the end of that chapter and the chapter before the story of Joseph, which is one of the great stories from the Bible in the Old Testament. So, stay home, everybody, still. That's still our message, I think, here. Stay home, stay well. Give us a wee call if you need anything. If you want to find out about anybody else, give us a wee phone and we'll tell you if we know anything. I know one or two people had asked me about one or two other people and been able to kind of pass on their number. So there might be one or two other people getting some calls this week from folk that are missing them and wondering how they're getting on. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Mary is home, I think, and seems to be doing okay. I haven't heard anybody else who is unwell or feeling not good. So that's a good thing. I think it's because we're all staying in. We're missing all the sniffs and snuffles that we might usually get. But still, keep everybody in our church in your prayers. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.